Okay, it's almost that time, guys. It's almost that time. Nvidia's earnings are coming up pretty soon here in the next 2 weeks, and we have to break down everything that you need to know. Plus, we have to go over the charts, how we're looking right now as we are pushing over 130 bucks as of a couple of trading days ago. So guys, hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe and get your 30 stocks from Moomoo. Open up your account using that link down below and deposit at least $100. You get 5 free stocks. Deposit at least $2,000, you get 25 more stocks, and your uninvested cash now will earn up to 8.1% APY. So guys, what are you waiting for? Again, use that link right down below or go to stossurfest.com/Moomoo. The clock's ticking, guys. Get on it again down below. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive into it. So you guys can see Nvidia is selling off a little bit right now, down about 0.8, 0.9% after we got word essentially that Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve, they're not going to rush a move on interest rates, which honestly I'm a fan of. You know, I don't want them. I've said this for a while now, right? The last thing I want is the Fed to rush to cut rates more aggressively when they don't need to be, right? So I like that move, but it looks like that might have sent down some stocks here. Nvidia's down since we got the word of that, it looks like recently. And yeah, it looks like anything else news-oriented, I don't know. It looks like the entire market's down. In the grand scheme of things right now, the Russell's down 0.6%, QQQ's down about 0.3, 0.4, S&P's down about 0.25%, the Dow's slightly up, but barely at this point, and Nvidia, their earnings, they're coming up, like I said, in a couple of weeks, less than a couple of weeks, I think on, let's double check this date, 26th, yes, the 26th of February, obviously, which is not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that. So in about 2 weeks, we're going to get Nvidia's earnings. And guys, the stock has been rallying off the recent 111, 112 low, which, not to toot my own horn, but we bought the dip. And here we are. I think I bought at about $113. Now we're at $132. Looking pretty good, but we're not fully breaking out yet. You guys can see if I zoom in here on the 4-hour chart, we're still technically in this little downtrending channel, if you will, whatever you want to call it, and we're still under the 180 SMA here on the 4-hour time frame. Keep that in mind. And here on the 1-hour time frame, guys, which looks pretty bullish despite the fact that we're in this downtrend on the 4-hour in the short term, this chart looks bullish as we do have an inverse head and shoulders in the making, a golden cross. We're breaking out of both moving averages, but we're not fully taking out that channel, which I think if we do at about 135, 140, then we could really start to break out. But we're not fully there yet on Nvidia. And on the 4-hour, coming back to this, let me clear the drawing set before we break down everything you need to know for earnings, what analysts are saying, the whole 9 yards. Make sure you guys stick on throughout this video. But first, let me show you this. The fact that we broke $130, that's a big sign. 130, 131, which you guys know, that was support for months. We then fell through it, making it resistance. Now we're pushing back over it, holding it as support, which is very good news. And we're right by the 180 moving average right now, which if that's able to break here on this time frame, 4-hour time frame, again, momentum towards 135.40, even above that, that could start to build, no problem. And it's clear to me, guys, people are buying up this dip before earnings. Not to say it can't dump again. I mean, it could easily dump again after earnings, but there's pretty clear signs of some hype building up before earnings, buyers coming in. They think it's, undervalued even at 110, 115. They came in, bought up the stock. So I think there's a chance we might go higher before earnings. That's kind of what I'm thinking, especially because they're a whole 2 weeks away. So I'm going to set my alert for now at $133 per share, and I'm long Nvidia as a long-term investment. You guys know, I mean, I've been buying this thing over the last couple of months in the 90s, hundreds, low hundreds. Heck, even at 130, I bought shares, a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, this is one that I'm long-term on, but I'm also looking at as a trade if we're able to break out of these levels. Time will tell. Time will tell. And I think we might be able to, before earnings, see the breakout, and then maybe I can capitalize on a trade. You guys must always do your own research. I am not a financial advisor. So let me come over here to Yahoo Finance. While I do this, make sure to join the email list, which is free. I'm sending out my top stocks weekly right to your email. That is linked right down below, guys. Make sure to get in there. And man, the amount of times I've cleared my throat today, what is going on? Probably because of the Super Bowl, which, if you guys didn't know, I'm an Eagles fan, and I was going nuts on that night, on Sunday night, and I was so freaking ecstatic. I'm still ecstatic that we beat the Chiefs. Unbelievable. And the parades this Friday, man, I am so freaking excited. But either way, we'll save that for another video, guys. But for now, Nvidia, the stock is trading at a trailing 12-month P of 52, which I think is pretty low considering the growth. Wait till you see the forward PE. The market cap is at about $3.2 trillion. All right, we all know it's a multi-trillion-dollar company at this point. That's not news, but this may be news to some of you. The forward PE is a 31, which is unreal. Very low in my opinion for the growth here. And I think Nvidia is still going to shock the world. I get comments sometimes saying, Stas, you're an idiot. It's not going to 175 this year, or 185, I guess, is my price target. Although that might be a little bit bullish, right? A little far-fetched, if you will. Some people may say that. I think 175 to 185 is a no-brainer if they execute as people think they are this year. And if they surpass that, man, the stock could go up even more. So I think a forward P of 31, trailing P of 52, it's a buy. It's a buy. Maybe not at these levels. Well, let me not say it's a buy. You guys got to do your own research, but I think it's definitely one that you should consider. And I think, man, when it was at 113, when I recently added more, the forward P was under a 30. Yeah, at that point, for me, yeah, it was a buy. I bought more. Even at these levels, man, you can justify buying Nvidia. You really can if you're looking at the growth, where they're going, right? And analysts at this point, a lot of them have it as a buy. I mean, guys, look at the analyst recommendations here. Out of 63 analysts this February, 47 have it as a buy, and 12 have it as a strong buy. I mean, what more do you want? Obviously, we don't buy stocks just based on the analysts. You got to take their opinions with a grain of salt. But, man, clearly everyone's bullish. Wall Street is, they're all bullish. And the highest price target right now is 220. 220. You heard that right, on Wall Street. So my 185 is not that crazy. I mean, if you're looking at this, 172 is the average price target, with 120 being the low. Think about that. 120 is the low, and we're at 130 right now, wherever the heck we're at. So we're clearly well above, or not well above, we're pretty much at the low, price target on Wall Street now. So, I mean, that doesn't guarantee, or that doesn't mean we're at a bottom right now, but hey, I don't know, man. 120, 110, do you really see it going much lower than that? I don't, unless we get some crazy recession, black swan, whatever it may be, which let's hope, knock on wood, that doesn't happen. So based on 41 analysts, the average earnings per share estimate for Nvidia for this quarter is 85 cents. The low estimate is 82 cents. The high is 95 cents, with them doing 52 cents a year ago, guys. Pretty good growth there, EPS, and that puts them for the full year at an average of, let's see, $2.95 earnings per share. versus it looks like here $1.30 from the entire year last year. So that's good growth, over a double up on EPS year over year. And revenue looks like the average estimate is $38.13 billion for the quarter, 37.5 is the low, 42.15 is the high estimate. And last year they did $22.1 billion. That gives them sales growth of 72.49%. Insane, man. That's just for the quarter. And for the full year, yeah, this is nuts, man. $129 billion is the average estimate for the full year revenue not revenue growth, but revenue. And they did $60 billion last year. So for the full year, yeah, 112% growth is what's expected for revenue, which is insane. How is this a 30 forward P? I mean, guys, this is unbelievable. So that is what you should expect for Nvidia's earnings. And again, there's a lot of time between now and their earnings, so expect the unexpected. There's a lot that could happen between now and when the earnings come out, but I have a feeling, a spidey sense that, whatever you want to call it, that we might be going higher. I think that's a possibility. So my alert is set at 133. We'll see how it plays out, guys, and I'd love to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe here on YouTube. Very important. And do not forget to also get your free stocks from Moomoo. Open up your account using that link down below. Fund it with at least $100. You get 5 free stocks. Fund it with at least $2,000. You get 25 more stocks, guys, and your uninvested cash now will earn up to 8.1% APY, which, guys, come on, it's a no-brainer. Simply use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next video.